Okay. So as I was saying, there are several kinds of microphones. And a lot of people misinterpret microphones and based on their types and their usage or application. Now, this is a microphone, that is a microphone, that is a microphone, that is a microphone. All these are microphones, but the way you tune them are very different. Different in the sense that they come in different forms. And the various forms that they come in or they come through are the type of diaphragm they may employ. The type of diaphragm. That particular diaphragm, its pick-up pattern, how it picks up the sound from the source. Okay? How it does so is another thing. And then again, the brand of the microphone. Every brand has a way of tuning their own stuff or doing every brand has got their own way of preamp, the preamp that they sort of add up to the microphone. Now let's do this. This microphone, as you see here, this one is just called the cardioid unidirectional microphone. For the sake of whatever, I will not be mentioning brands. This is a cardioid unidirectional microphone. Why do I call it cardioid? Cardioid because of the kind of diaphragm that is found in it. And this type of diaphragm is called cardioid. And why do I say unidirectional? Unidirectional in the sense that the pickup pattern picks from only this source, only one direction, universal direction from the top. So I wonder why some people will be holding a unidirectional microphone and still hold it like this, as if speaking into here, the signal like this, speaking here, the signal will pick up, but you won't get maximized effect of it. The same way some people, because I saw a pastor who is using the microphone like over here and it's still picking up. Hey man, do you know the kind of microphone that pastor is using? Do you know the preamp found in that microphone? I have no idea. All right. So unidirectional, the pickup pattern only picks from this source. So if you are just an inch closer to your mouth like this, and it is good to pick up every signal. So zooming, still there's something. Assuming if I two, you see, two, you see the signal over there, two, and two, up to negative 24 dB, two, now two, minus 35 dB. The signal pattern would never be the same. The signal strength will never be the same. Invariably, there may be other unidirectional cardioid microphones that may be omnidirectional, or that may have a strong diaphragm with a very good preamp in it. So even when you take it off your mouth or off your lips, you will still have a good sound on it. I hope it's clear. Good. And then we also have a very popular one which a lot of people mistake it. This is a condenser microphone. A condenser and a multi-directional in terms of the pickup pattern. It's a condenser microphone and at the same time a multi-directional. Now, one myth I need to bust. Not all condenser microphones are multi-directional. And not all multi-directional microphones are condenser microphones. Not all condenser microphones are multi-directional. You may have a very good hi-hat, a microphone that is dedicated for hi-hat, but it has a condenser diaphragm in it. That does not make it a multi-directional microphone. It doesn't make it so. Are you getting my point? And you may also have a very powerful supercardioid microphone, which may be multi-directional. You may have a condenser microphone like this, which may be omnidirectional. It may pick only two portions of the microphone. It may not pick every part, just like something like this. It may not pick everything. This may pick here, there. All right. Okay. And let me also quickly add up that condenser microphones are not strong. The nature of that diaphragm is not strong enough. It's not so strong enough. So that is why we always take it off a bit away from the source of the signal. You don't keep it so close to your mouth, else you play with distortions. You get a lot of distortions, you get a lot of glitches here and there. You will see that you'll be clipping big time if you take it so close to the source. I'm saying to the source because it's not only vocal source. All right. You may use this for an instrument. If you place it so close to the source and that instrument has a very hot sound or hot signal, you may end up distorting your sound, or you may even blow up. And let me also add up that another feature of the condenser microphones, they always need a 48 volt extra power to pick it up. And you already know a 48 volts, we call it phantom power, right? Anytime you hear phantom power, it means a virtual power that is added up to boost a particular signal. Okay, right. So if an instrument or a microphone is a condenser microphone, it means it cannot be powered off the DC current like this. No, it has to gain an extra power to make it work. Right? So before you tune up your condenser microphone, turn down your volume, or turn down your gain, your trim. Turn it down first, and then mute it. Mute that signal line. Mute it before you push in your 48 volts. Else, the moment you push in the 48 volts and the signal line is on with your gain up, you hear boom, which is not good for the PA. It isn't good for it's not a good sound practice. So turn it down, mute it, push the 48 volt power button, and then you will see a signal popping up. Only if your signal cable is good enough, you see it working. The question?
Drum kick.
Kick mic. There are two, just as these vocal microphones. You may have a condenser kick mic. An example is Beta 91A. Shure Beta 91A. That one you need to turn on your phantom power because it's a condenser mic. But because it's a condenser mic, it doesn't make it a multi-directional. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't make it a multi-directional, but it is a condenser mic with a very sweet tone. It has a very sweet tone. With that microphone, even if you are using it and you don't turn on, you don't do it. It requires less stress to work on it, but it gives you the signal, the punch, the depth, everything as it is. So kick mics, and we also have Beta 52A, which is super cardioid. It is cardioid. It's not condenser microphone. All right, Shure Beta 52A. Is that right? So microphones, don't limit microphones only to vocals. You need a microphone for bass cabinet. You can use a microphone for lead guitar cabinet, right? You need a microphone for your horns, for piano. Not these your electric piano, not these your DS and your motif and your mod X. No, I'm talking about proper piano, proper grand piano, electric piano that is set up, which you want, acoustic piano, which you want when you're playing. It doesn't have any jack input, and you need some of these things to pick it up, right? I once chanced on working with Opera Mauritius, an opera group from Mauritius at the National Theatre in Ghana here, and that experience is awesome, right? It was awesome. I gave them different kinds of microphones to work with, because they were using the violins, the cello, the cello.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, the cello, the soprano violins and all this stuff. And then whilst he was using one was using these Yamaha piano electric organs, the other was using the acoustic piano, which I had to mic it and pick it up. Another person was also using the organ, church organ, the real church organ thing with those pipes and everything down there. And you need to mic each and every one of them. For instance, the acoustic piano had to use about 4 SM57 microphones. It's a super cardioid microphone, yet it does the job for you. For the violins, I used the Rode NT1A. For the trumpet, I used SM57. For the vocals, I used SM58, Shure SM58. So I get in the brands and the kind of, and these are brands that are, way there. And the Ghana orchestra, whatever, they have a band called the Symphonic Orchestra. Yes, the Symphonic Orchestra guys at the National Theatre also came. They were also using some cajoles and other stuff. Those ones, I used the Beta 52A for the cajole, and then I used the SF7 for their Pente or something there, whatever. Some of them. And so you need to know when to apply and what microphone to apply before you even start your tuning. Of course, the way I will tune my condenser microphone is different from the way I will tune my cardioid microphones. This one picks up a lot of surroundings because it is multi-directional. The slightest sound that passes through around the circumference, it picks it up. But this one focuses on a certain direction. So working on this will be much difficult than that, because with this you need to know the kind of oral sound you need around it, and you need to filter it out, flush out any form of noise or unwanted sound that comes through by engaging your filters like your gates and your compressors and all that. I get my point. But for this, it's usually controllable, easily controlled. And this kind of microphones too uses cardioid. This kind of microphones also uses cardioid. The lapels and the lavaliers, right? And it has a very thin, thin lines of diaphragms and all that in there. Okay, that one too, the way you tune it is equally as important as the way you tune this. So before you tune your microphone, get to know the type of microphone, the kind of diaphragm it is, and the pickup pattern that you're going to use, right? So today we are going to tune microphones for me. You look into the notes, and then what a vocal mic should be. Let me first give you the first clue. Some microphones already have depth. Microphones like the Sennheiser, they have a lot of lows in their preamps. Has a lot of lows in their preamps. Is that right? Shure has most of the times a flat thing over there. So at the time you need to know, but you can play around a certain playing field where you cut your lows or your high pass frequency. You make use of it around the first 100 hertz, you take it off. Around 100 hertz, you take it down, and then you also work on your mid, which is around your 1K and your 400 hertz, where you need to go down a bit on that, so that the signal shouldn't sound honky, too much honky. It should be depthier and has a very refined sound to throw your sound out there, to throw the voice out there. All right. So I leave you in your this thing. All right. Let's come in.